Mark, you give me permission to interview about spiritual things and post this to the internet on my YouTube site and website.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Mark. I'm Kevin. Thank you also for your input and your spiel here. So, Mark, you were saying you do have somewhat of a Christian background and an understanding of world religions per se.
Yeah, for sure.
What would that mean? Like, what kind of background do you have?
Well, both my parents were raised Catholic.
Okay.
I was in Sunday school every Sunday until I was about 12 years old.
Okay.
And then they sort of let me decide if I wanted to keep going, and I said, well, I'll play with my friends. And
okay. Live life to its fullest.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, live, love, laugh, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
There you go. So have you done any studying into other religions or world religions per se, or no?
I've done a little bit of research into like Buddhism, Confucianism. I know a little bit about Islam and a little bit about Judaism, but just.
Did you find any running themes through them all?
Yeah, absolutely.
What did you find, Mark?
Well, help your neighbor. Don't just sort of kind of hard to put it into words, but just be a good person for the sake of being a good person, kind of.
Yeah, and you'll earn your way to heaven, right? If you're a good person, you'll earn favor with God and a ticket to heaven, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Absolutely.
Running theme through all of those. Did you know that Christianity is completely and totally separate and different the way it teaches its way to heaven? Did you know that?
No.
Okay. But many might think that it's the same or has that same theme, that just be a good person and God will see you as a good person and He'll just give you a free ticket into heaven, right? Mm-hmm. But that's not the case at all. See, because there's a just judge and a ruler and a creator of our universe, and He demands righteousness. Okay. And so we'll talk about that in a minute. But Mark, I guess my question to you is: would you consider yourself to be a good person?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So, what would your definition of a good person be?
Helping my neighbors, not disrespecting anybody, no conflicts or confrontations.
So you're a religious person then, Mark?
Basically, yeah. Sounds spiritual, let's say.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Okay, well, here's a little test to just see if you're that good person in God's eyes. Okay? So it's really, really simple, and you've probably heard some of them. You grew up in the Catholic Church, so you would have been familiar with the Ten Commandments, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so God gives us the Ten Commandments. It's called the mirror of His law, so that we can hold it up in front of us and see where we've gone wrong against God.
Yeah.
So, Mark, I'm just, I guess, prying for your honesty here. How many lies have you probably told in your life?
More than I can count.
Okay, so you're like the rest of us. What do you call someone who tells lies?
Liar.
There you go.
Dishonest,
yeah. But yeah, ultimately, liar, right?
Politician.
Have you ever taken God's name and used it as a cuss word to express disgust?
Yeah, I'm sure I have.
Even that, or to express excitement, like OMG?
Yeah, probably have used
Okay,
it.
so you've taken God's holy name that He said not to blaspheme and brought it low to the earth as a word to express excitement or a swear word, right? So in that case, Mark, you would be guilty of blasphemy. God says, I will hold no one guiltless who takes my name in vain. Very serious one in His sight, okay?
All right.
Couple more. Have you ever desired your friend's car or your friend's watch or your friend's whatever?
Yes, and yes.
Okay. Thank you for your honesty, Mark. I mean, we're all guilty, actually, when we go through these commandments. One more. Have you ever looked at a woman to lust for her?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what Jesus said? He said, "You've heard it said of old, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say to you that even if you look at a woman to lust for her, you've already committed adultery with them in your heart." So God sees lust of the mind as adultery. So that tells us this, that God's standards are way higher than even the courts in Calgary. So let's just assume for a minute, being that you're a self-admitted liar, blasphemer, coveter, and an adulterer at heart. Okay? God sees you that way right now. Okay? The Bible warns that right now, Mark, you're abiding under his wrath.
Okay.
So, and we'll go into that in a bit. Here's God's justice. Here's God's reason for having wrath on his people that disobey or rebel against his holy law. If you take a scenario here in Calgary, whereby Mark, you on the street went, let's just say, Mark went and murdered some person on the street today.
Okay.
They're going to haul you before the judge, and if he's a good judge, what's that good judge going to do to Mark? If he's good.
He's good, find me innocent.
I think you got that a little backwards. Let's just say somebody murdered your brother or sister or your mother or your dad. Would you want that person to receive proper judgment?
Yes.
Would you want to see that person go to jail?
Yes.
So that then would be a good judge that would send that person rightly to jail, correct?
Fair enough, yes.
So let's place you in the courtroom again. You've murdered. If he's a good judge, what's he going to do?
Find me guilty.
Right, and do what with you?
Put me in the slammer.
Right, throw away the keys from him,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Okay, so that's what a good judge is. That's what I'm
Okay,
meaning
yeah,
by
yeah.
good, okay?